Meanwhile, the United Kingdom has marked its very first anniversary since the COVID-19 lockdown was imposed in Britain last year. The Britons on Tuesday remembered more than 126,000 people who have lost their lives during the pandemic over the span of the last 1 year. A minute's silence was observed to honour the dead at the Parliament, at the hospitals, churches and also in public spaces across the United Kingdom. They all came to halt to observe the silence.
So much of our focus today is rightly on the huge loss of life the pandemic has caused. Our thoughts are with all the family.
And also Queen Elizabeth II marked the anniversary by sending spring flowers to a hospital where her husband, Prince Philip, had undergone a heart procedure.
On behalf of St Bartholomew's Hospital, I'd like to offer huge thanks to Her Majesty the Queen for these beautiful flowers that are a lovely reminder of spring and hopefully better times to come. I'm delighted to accept the flowers on behalf of the hospital and everyone being remembered today on this day of national reflection. We're hugely honoured and humbled by the gift. I'd like to thank all the staff at St Bartholomew's, Barts Health and all the frontline workers across the UK.
Now, Prime Minister Boris Johnson also praised the great spirit of the people of Britain who've shown resilience since the lockdown was imposed. He also offered his condolences to those who've been bereaved over the course of the last 1 year. And also the opposition leader, Keir Starmer, expressed his gratitude to the NHS, the National Health Service, and also the staff who are battling the pandemic on the front lines.
Well, at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital this morning, I've had the opportunity on a very important day to come and say thank you to them and to NHS staff on the front line and to all staff on the front line. They've described to me what the last year has been like. They've been working pretty well flat out, working in their spare time, coming in and bonding as a team, but they've been through a huge amount and we all owe them a big, big thanks. Obviously, today is also about remembering every single person who died in this pandemic and the family that lies behind them. And we owe both the NHS staff and those on the front line and all the families of those that have died to learn the lessons of the last 12 months, to have an inquiry and to learn what went wrong to make sure that we never repeat that.
Now, according to official data on the 23rd of March in 2020, when Prime Minister Boris Johnson had declared a lockdown in Britain, fewer than 1,000 Britons had succumbed to the coronavirus. The total number of people that have since died in the United Kingdom within 28 days of testing positive now stands at a staggering 126,000. Now, this is the worst toll in Europe, and this is the fifth highest death toll in the world in the pandemic. And after a second national lockdown that has kept people shut in their homes, Britain is only now beginning to gradually ease restrictions, and this, of course, is as a part of the four-step plan driven by the success of the national vaccination campaign. Nearly about 28 million people across the United Kingdom have received at least the first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.